this video, I am going to be going over multiple games I have as a Death Knight in Dungeonborne, and I'm going to be talking through all of the decisions that I make during a fight that allow me to win those fights. This is going to be against other real players, so it's basically going to be a guide for PvP. So obviously here I peek this corner and I can see two people fighting each other. I saw one a second ago go off to the right, and then I saw them fire an arrow, and then there's a fighter, or what looks like a fighter, using a charge attack on someone else. The more you kind of familiarize yourself with everyone's abilities and everything, the more telling it's going to be and the more obvious it's going to become what the other people are using. So here I'm kind of letting them fight a bit, and this just happens to be the absolute perfect time to third party. I was trying to kind of get there as quickly as I could, and I'm able to very, very quickly clean up that fight without taking any damage whatsoever myself. So the trick to that is if you ever hear someone fighting, always go investigate what it is. Don't just rush straight in. Try and get an idea of what's going on first without getting seen if you can. So I knew there were two people fighting there, which means I knew I could kind of just rush straight in and try to third party as quickly as possible. But maybe if they were just fighting an AI or like an NPC or like a goblin or something, maybe you don't want to fight in that situation. It's going to be a lot better to third party actual fights than it is to third-party NPCs. The second thing about that fight I should mention is the audio. Audio in this game is super, super important. If you're like playing to win and you want to come out with good stuff, you shouldn't really be listening to music in the background or anything like that. Footstep audio and audio stuff happening, like fights and things like that, is super duper important in this game. So, you see me third-partying someone else, which is always going to be an excellent strategy, but what happens when you get third-partied? So here, a rogue sneaks up behind me and does take the initiative on the fight. I did hear the footsteps slightly before, so I reacted to that. What I do is I use my Q ability, Soul Shroud, and I just block. If I just keep focused on them, my Soul Shroud is very gradually going to do very large amounts of damage to them over time, and so I'm just then going to be able to finish them off with a charge attack or something like that. That doesn't even end up happening, they just die to the Soul Shroud, rather. At least I think that's what it's called. So in that situation, I was just blocking because that reduces the damage you take greatly. And they didn't think to do a charge attack with a two-handed sword or anything like that, and I don't think they actually had one. But they didn't do a charge attack or anything like that, or to try and sneak up behind me or anything. They just kept attacking, and I just kept using my Soul Shroud ability, and then they just died. So that was just kind of a tactical play. I didn't even throw any hits. I simply just used one of my abilities, and that was more than enough to finish them off. So you don't always have to go swinging swords or trying to get incredible crossbow hits or anything like that. You just sometimes have to use one of your abilities really well, and that's all you need to do in that fight. I didn't even use my Grasp of the Grave there. I just used my Soul Shroud, and I just blocked, and that ended up working extremely well. So both the fights you've seen so far are pretty short, and this is going to be much, much longer, because I do want there to be a diverse range of fights in here, to kind of talk through as much as I can. So here, there is, I think it's a fighter, and he just kind of comes up on me. No, it's another Death Knight. So this is Death Knight versus Death Knight. He has the other Q ability, and I have my Q ability. I am low from that first encounter. I probably didn't parry as well as I should have, or maybe I should have tried to do more damage while they were using their ability, or I could have backed away from that, because it does slow you. So I didn't really pay attention to any of that. I probably didn't play the best. So I tried to back away, because I realized my mistake, and then I heal. Here, I try to bring him in so I can do a bit of damage afterwards. My healing potion is going, so I am getting health, and I am doing damage to them with my Soul Shroud as well. My Soul Shroud runs out, and they do grab me. I'm very low now, so I instantly resort to parrying. I try and get a perfect parry. It doesn't work, so I'm not able to attack them after the parry well enough. Here they back away because they're probably low. I am also low, so I'm also backing away. I drink a healing potion to get that healing over time, and then I bandage as well because that restores, I'm not too sure how much it actually restores, but it restores a very large amount of health. So bandaging paired with healing potion is always going to be very, very good. I see and hear them over there. I try to get a crossbow shot. I simply just miss, but you can see that this fight is still going on. But that's not all that's going to happen, because another player is going to join in on this fight in just a minute. I kill that enemy both so that I don't have to worry about them, and also so my soul energy comes back. As a Death Knight, you need that soul energy to use your abilities. In hindsight, what I should have done here is probably tried to go for a grab, because that also does give you soul energy, but I don't know if I'm going to do that throughout this fight or not. I guess we'll find out. So here, I figure they went back this way because I think they saw me the other way, so I think they thought that I was coming to them, and they just didn't hear me behind them, so I'm not too sure what was going on there. I get a perfect parry, I get the hit after the parry, they get a perfect parry on me, so there's lots of parrying going on here, and we're just trying to, like, block and then parry and stuff like that. Neither of us are doing it very well. I missed my grasp of the grave. They hit theirs, and now suddenly there's an entire new player in here. They do get a little bit distracted by that skeleton, and I do want to finish this person off. I see them go in here. I think they made a pretty cool jump. And then I realized they didn't actually go into this room, so I'm just going to be dealing with roaches on my own here. I thought they went in here, but they didn't. They went into the room adjacent to this one. And now I hear the fighter again. The Death Knight, rather. It's not a fighter, it's a Death Knight. And so I just run away. I run away because I don't have much soul energy and I would like some more, and I know they have more than me because they hit me with that Grasp of the Grave, and I missed mine. So now they both end up fighting each other. I have a healing potion already, so I don't need to worry about health. The rogue kind of runs away there, or the other player runs away there, and I'm very low, so I want to drink this healing potion to try and get some more healing. And then I'm going to try and get a sneaky jump through here. I barely make it. If they did a little bit more damage with that hit, I might have died, but I'm not just dead yet. And so I am just trying to heal. If you're ever in doubt of a fight, you gotta just heal. You gotta just heal and run away and try and reset the fight. I can't fully reset the fight because there's no soul energy around. But what I do want to happen here is I can see both of them fighting in that room, and I want to go and kind of clean up that fight. I get a nice grab, and I think there's a little bit of lag there or something, but it doesn't matter because I'm probably going to be able to kill them right about now. Again, just trying to get those perfect parries. It's not working so well. I end up doing a charge attack because that is going to break someone's block, and I also use my soul shroud. I think I do anyway, and then I am able to eliminate them. So that all goes fairly well, but what happened to the other person? I do, of course, end up encountering them later on. You can always tell in the top right by looking at the kill list and stuff like that to see if you or an enemy killed someone. So I know that this person is still alive because they haven't been killed yet by either me or the player that I killed, right? So I get a crossbow shot. It's a swordmaster. I obviously heard them through the wall. They use their E ability. I use my Q ability. They're both AoEs. We're going to see which one's better. I try to grab them because they're running away. I simply just miss. Their sword is done. My soul energy is done. And now it's just going to be a 1v1. We're both on cooldown basically, and I don't have any soul energy. So I try doing a charge attack, I miss. They try throwing a thunderclap flask, which I think does hit me, but they also hit themselves, so we're both slowed right now. I don't really know what to do here. I think about throwing a stone flask. They do get a nice crossbow hit on me. I think my stone flask hit them pretty well, and so now I'm bandaging around this corner because I'm very, very low. And again, whenever you can reset the fight, you probably should. So I heal, I use Grasp of the Grave to get that soul energy, and just because it does a decent amount of damage when it hits as well. They kind of back off. I reload my crossbow, and then I'm going to bandage. I think I do hear them drinking a healing potion as well, so I know they're going to have more health too. There is a roach here, which I do think about killing so I can get some more soul energy, so I can use Soul Shroud, but then I figure I should probably just run away a little bit more. I'm thinking about maybe going back to where they were. I get this Blessing of Defense just because it can't be bad, right? So I might as well. And then I think I'm probably going to open this door. I do a little bit of looting just in case they have a healing potion or something, because obviously I'm out of healing potions right now, so that would be greatly beneficial. But there isn't one there, but I just thought I would check. Then I opened this door, so now there's going to be kind of two enter areas from which you can enter. And also, I feel like I've got the advantage here because I feel like I know this area more, because this is the exact same room where I eliminated the other player as well. So I hear them behind this wall, I hear them coming, I'm able to start off the fight with a charge attack and then a follow-up attack, and then I just hit them again because they stopped blocking, and now they're just going to be super low. I've got a lot of hits in there, I'm still basically full, and I just finish off that fight. So I think what happened there is they didn't hear my footstep audio or something like that, and they just didn't really expect me to be around the corner, so I was able to just kind of take them by surprise, and then I think they entered panic mode, and I was just able to very easily finish them off there. They didn't really do a whole lot in that fight. As a swordmaster, you really want to kind of stay away, hit you with the 4 swords, get in close, hit you with the sword, and try and finish you off really quickly. You don't want to reset fights as a swordmaster because you can't replenish your swords, but I can replenish my health and my soul energy, right? So it's not going to be good for you if you don't have any swords, and I've got my soul energy. I don't think I actually used it there, but I think I did use my Grasp of the Grave. But anyway, that was an example of 2 fights that were kind of like really pulled out and quite long. And another thing I will mention is in these fights, you do want to make sure that you've cleared like all of the enemies in the room that you possibly can, especially if you're a Death Knight, so you can get the soul energy, but also so that nothing like takes you by surprise just after you kill them, and then you suddenly die to an NPC and all that loot goes to waste or something like that. I did actually have a couple of more clips that I was thinking of showing also as the Death Knight, but I realized the video went on for quite a while, so I figured I would just stop it there. And also the three kind of clips I had, I felt were fairly balanced and pretty diverse in what I was kind of doing and showing off in each of the different clips. So I think I'll just leave it there. And if you want me to make something like this again, but for one of the other classes or something like that, then do let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.